Let me begin by introducing to you our distinguished panel that consists of our UConn Interim Board of Trustees Chairman, Mr. Tom Ritter, along with Dr. Andrea Dennis-Levine, the Board of Trustees Academic Affairs Chairwoman, Dr. John Elliott, our Provost and Executive Vice President, and Dr. Justin Nash, the Department Head of the Allied Health Program itself. So at this time, I'd like to ask our distinguished chairman to begin with your remarks and to start the discussion.
It's a pleasure to be here, and it's really a great day for Waterbury and a great day for the University of Connecticut. This is a major that should be here, and we, again, for Trustee Dennis-Levine, people want UConn to be the economic engine of the state of Connecticut, and we can't be the economic engine of the state of Connecticut if we're not doing things like this today. I talked to private developers who are buying space for dorms here. This is the excitement of what goes on here. So the University of Connecticut, which sometimes has the reputation of being, stores driven and maybe not speak to the legislature as much as they should and things of that nature. We want to do far more things of this nature, and this is just great. It's a major that should be here. Also, whenever I'm in Waterbury, I'm reminded that Governor Rowland was the one who signed UConn 2000, and he signed Century 21, which is in many ways provided the money for the University of Connecticut to be the university it is now. And again, it's very important that we share that with our towns. I'd like to thank Justin and everybody and the provost, because once we made the decision to come here, the next decision is how do you make it work? And they were here 10 days afterwards, and by all accounts, the people in that room had a plan. They're going to make it work. And so for everybody associated with the university, I really appreciate all the work that they did. I can't help but be, when I'm here, I know the rest will be introduced by Bill later, but actually there's two people, they probably won't want to admit it, but two people I served with. Liz Brown, in the 74th district. I have no idea what number that is now. I don't know if Joni will say that she was in the house, but but Senator Hartley, when she was in the House, I'll never forget it because we had an early childhood bill, which was very difficult. She ran the task force with people like Professor Ziegler from Yale and everybody else. School readiness, actually, and that came up with, I think, one of the best bills we've ever did. So, anyway, just really happy to be here, and I know Bill, I'm going to be introducing our next guest, but Trustee Dennis-Levine, it's her committee that oversees everything, and she was very, very instrumental in making sure that the right thing happened here.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Dr. Dennis-Levine, please.
Thank you, and thank you for the introduction, very kind words. And good morning to all of you. We hear the word exciting, and it's vibrant here in this room. It's vibrant just coming out of the garage today, meeting people in the elevator. So thank you all for being here. As was said earlier, I am here today representing the Academic Affairs Committee of the Board of Trustees as this committee's chair, but we have a very passionate Board of Trustees that is not just a group of people that get together every couple of months just to vote for the sake of voting. We are involved, as you can see, with our presence here. And as you know, UConn is a nationally ranked, comprehensive research university, and it's our job to produce highly educated and well-rounded graduates. And fulfilling that educational mission as a state institution also means that we have to ensure UConn graduates are well prepared to join the workforce in the field of their choice. And ideally, we would love for them to stay in Connecticut. That's our goal. Our incoming president, Thomas Katsileas, who I understand has been to the campus and has met many of you in the area, he has said that he agrees with Governor Lamont that aligning UConn's academic offerings with Connecticut's workforce needs to be a critical shaping of our economic future. And there is significant and a growing need for health professionals across Connecticut. It's believed this is particularly so here in Waterbury. And again, as I was turning into the garage, I drove by the community center. And that community center, just in the short period of time that I was waiting to make sure I would have the right turn, there were people in and out. It was just a constant influx of individuals going into that health community center. And again, there is no greater reason than to produce great health professionals. And that is why we felt that offering allied health as a major here and ensuring that the degree could be completely, entirely taken care of on this campus makes us both good academically and economically. So we feel that this is going to strengthen our presence here in the city and in the community, and also we want to make sure that we are a part of the renaissance of the Waterbury campus. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dennis Levine. I appreciate that. Dr. John Elliott, our Provost and Executive Vice President, please.
You can have mine.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. I want to second the observations that Andrea made, and also the observation that Tom made. This board of trustees for the university is remarkably committed, remarkably dedicated, and as it happens, Andrea and I were on the phone yesterday planning for next week's board meeting. So there's an ongoing, continual involvement with making good decisions in resource allocation for the university and for the state. The idea that we value and take seriously our role as an economic engine is critical to what we do, our planning, our forward-looking way of approaching things. And I should say that this plan has galvanized itself and come together very nicely. But it's not something that happened in a heartbeat. It's something that we've been talking with Bill and the team here at Waterbury for over a year. Because what needs to happen for this kind of a change to work is that we have to know what all the pieces are and how all of the pieces are going to work together. So as you hear from other people this morning, what you realize is that this is really a community engagement activity. So one of the people you hear from this morning is Daisy Coco DePhillips from Naugatuck Valley Community College. They have a wonderful program. We have a very strong articulation agreement with them. One of the things that will happen as a result of this development in Waterbury for UConn is that their students will have a natural, easy path to flow into a 4-year degree program with us. So it's a combined effort. The output from this program, the graduates from this program, will have a lot of opportunities at various hospitals and other health providers in the state. The allied health curriculum is remarkably well suited to that 1/6 of our economy that involves healthcare. It's a huge need that we have as a state and as a nation, and the students who will come through this program will be benefited from it. Now, on the one hand, you think about a 4-year degree program and you think, oh, we've got to have people in allied health. That's true. We have to hire the right faculty and bring them here to teach the students what they need to know. But an allied health degree, a 4-year degree, involves a lot of other things as well. There has to be the biology, there has to be the chemistry, there has to be the math, other underlying general education requirements, and we have to be sure that we can deliver all of those things for these students in a reliable, predictable way. Our goal is for them to earn their 4-year degree on time and in an appropriate way. And one of the things I feel very good about at UConn is that if you look at the data, the average time to degree for a 4-year degree at UConn is 4.2 years. What do you say? Big deal. It's a big deal because nationally the average is 5.2 years. Nationally the average is 5.2 years. And the only way that that kind of an accomplishment can be delivered is if you offer what the students need, when they need it, and you provide them the advice and the counsel and the direction to be sure they're making the right choices in the right order at the right time. So those are the things we commit to you to do for these students in allied health here in Waterbury. And I think that over the course of the next several years, we'll see a lot of very talented people benefit very much from this initiative. So with that, I'll turn it over to Justin.
Thank you, Provost Elliott.
Thank you. So as the head of the Department of Allied Health Sciences, I'm here with the Associate Dean for the College of Agriculture, Health, and Natural Resources, Dr. Sandy Bushman, and also the Director of the Allied Health Sciences major, Dr. Susan Brevard. The three of us have worked with the leaders of Waterbury campus and the Provost's office to bring the Allied Health Sciences major to this campus. I can tell you we're very excited about partnering with the faculty and staff here to provide the students of Waterbury the opportunity to complete their studies in health right here. What will Waterbury become part of? Our department resides in a college that is student-centered, places a great value on teaching, and believes in providing practical experiences practical experiences that matter to employers. The faculty members and the students at Waterbury will become part of a department, Allied Health Sciences, that has experienced tremendous growth with 750 students across the campuses. In our department, we have a commitment to excellence in teaching and in advising. And our faculty are known for conducting federally funded research that is helping enhance the health of rural and urban communities in the state. Our curriculum is designed for students who want to seek advanced study and to become health professionals, whether that's as physicians and nurses, physician's assistants, occupational therapists, physical therapists, or some other health professional. Our curriculum is also designed for students who want to enter the workforce immediately after graduation. And that's either to prepare for eventual graduate study or to work in health-related fields with a bachelor's degree. Early in the curriculum, as the provost mentioned, time is focused on building the science and broader general education base before taking more concentrated courses in allied health sciences. We're fortunate that on this campus, many of those science courses are in place. So students will be able to graduate within those 4 years. So with the launching of this program, we're ready to take the next steps. And that includes recruiting the first allied health sciences faculty member to the campus. In closing, I want to thank Bill. I want to thank his team, along with the faculty and the staff here at Waterbury, and also to the greater Waterbury community, which is a very strong community. We're excited to become part of what you're building here and doing our part and having an impact on the students and the community.
Thank you, Dr. Nash. Chairman Ritter.
I just want to say one last thing. I just want to end our thoughts here by commending everybody here. When we go back to stores, we can talk about a community that's come together. I mean, it started with our mayor, who has been very forceful about making sure that Waterbury gets programs like this, with a delegation, but everybody from the chamber. So when you have, we're just commenting, you're not going to see too many communities where everybody is working together for something like this to happen. So I really commend everybody here for making that all happen. And it only just preclude a board to come. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to thank our distinguished panel for their remarks and for their unwavering support in bringing the program to UConn Waterbury. At this time, I'd now like to invite to the podium the first of our distinguished speakers, the Mayor of the City of Waterbury, Neil M. O'Leary, for his remarks.
Wow, good morning. This is awesome. Welcome all to the City of Waterbury. I'd like to thank the members of the panel who you just heard from, and for sharing what they're about to share, their perspectives with us, for the understanding the critical need for allied health curriculum here at the UConn Waterbury branch campus. In addition, I'd like to thank Senator Joan Hartley, our state representatives who are here with us today, Reyes, State Representative D'Amelio, State Representative Butler, State Representative Napoli, State Representative Paletta, and of course our director, Dr. William Pizzuto, and our school superintendent, Dr. Verna Ruffin, is here with us today as well. I'm so grateful. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank Peter Adamo, President of Waterbury Hospital, Dr. Steve Schneider, President of St. Mary's Hospital, and Dr. Daisy Coco de Filippis from Naugatuck Valley Community College. Kathy Awad, the Executive Director of the Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board, is here with us as well. Lynn Ward from the Chamber, and the incredible staff, faculty, and students that are here in this room with us today. Thank you all. Today's program and the announcement that the University of Connecticut is establishing the Waterbury branch as a Center of Excellence in Allied Health Sciences is the culmination of collaboration and hard work from so many of you here in this room today. In just a few moments, you will hear from leaders in our community about the critical importance of aligning curriculum and course offerings with the needs of the surrounding industry in an effort to better promote and enhance our local workforce. But as mayor of the city of Waterbury, I'd like to take this opportunity to share with you my thoughts on the tremendous impact this program will have on the future for Waterbury students, as well as the city's ongoing downtown revitalization efforts. Here in the city, we have a student population that is diverse, intelligent, hardworking, and striving to create brighter futures for themselves. But it's not only the city students. This university serves the entire region. And then beyond that, we actually have students who are here staying in our dormitories across the street from out of state as well. But what I also know about our students is many of our Waterbury UConn students were stymied and have been stymied after completing their second year here because they could not afford the room and board in stores and do not have the means to commute. With the development of the Allied Health Science degree program here in Waterbury, our students will be able to earn their degree and a ticket for a brighter future, and all of that can happen right here in downtown Waterbury. Moving forward, as UConn takes the necessary steps to establish this program, faculty members and students alike will be working and learning in a downtown district that is far different than which existed when Waterbury opened this campus here in 2003. Since coming into office in December of 2011, we've made the downtown development one of the major core functions of this administration. With the tremendous support of the state of Connecticut, dynamic public-private partnerships, and quite frankly, a lot of hard work, we have seen tremendous growth here in downtown Waterbury over the last several years. We have seen the restoration of a true jewel, the Waterbury Green. We have partnered with Post University and watched the Holland Hughes building transform from a vacant building into a buzzing center for higher education. The Rectory building right across the street is now home to UConn classrooms, meeting spaces, student study areas, and Starbucks. And the beginning of August 2017, for the first time in history, student housing was opened up in downtown Waterbury in the Brown building for students right here at this campus. The developer is here with us today, Joe Gramando. Thank you for being here. All of these initiatives, including the upcoming East Main Street streetscape project, the renovation of the Manatech Museum, the redevelopment of the Oddfellow Hall right next to us here, are all part of a vision for a downtown where folks could live, work, and play right here. I firmly believe that establishing UConn Waterbury as a center for allied health excellence is a key piece in making this vision a reality. On behalf of the residents and students in Waterbury and our region, I want to thank all of those involved, especially Governor Lamont, Interim Board Chair Tom Ritter, and Senator Joan Hartley, and Dr. Pizzuto as well, for all the work that has gone into making this a reality instead of a dream. Thank you all. Thank you. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, I'd like to ask our Senator Joan Hartley from the 15th District to please come up for her comments.
Well, good morning, all. And, you know, I actually didn't prepare any remarks because I was thinking to myself, is this really going to happen? And so let me just start off by saying, hallelujah. And you know it's a big day when you come in and you see that the mayor has the horse guard here. That does not just happen by accident. So this is a very, very big day for this city. And it is so true, as Chairman Ritter and Mayor O'Leary have said, this is about a community that comes together in a way that, quite frankly, I am so proud of and that I have not witnessed really any other place. And With regard to the delegation, we work bipartisanly. It does not matter what your label is or whatever. It is all about the issue, the mission. I want to say a very deep thank you to Chairman Ritter. And let me just say, he is a very humble person, and he is, for all of the state of Connecticut, the father of UConn 2000. That's where it started. I saw it start. I witnessed it. And yes, it was under Governor Rowland's administration, and he recognized from the beginning that education is an engine for economic development throughout the state of Connecticut. And small state that we are, the only way that we flex our muscles, and we have over the years distinguished ourselves, is by our skilled workforce. And our skilled workforce comes right here from these institutions, from NVCC, from our flagship university, from Post across the street. That is how we distinguish ourselves. It wasn't too long ago that we had Sikorsky in our offices talking about, were they going to relocate to Florida? And it came down to one thing. Florida, they had actually already done their prototypes down there and had significant investments, but guess what? It was about the fact that we had boots on the ground on advanced manufacturing already. They were promising to build campuses. We had the campuses. Take a bow, Daisy. And so that is why they stayed here. And that is why they are committed to us until 2032. And that is why other institutions and Fortune 500s will stay and will come. And so we need to continue to grow that, and that's what today is all about. But so, Tom, I can't thank you enough, and quite frankly, I can't think of a better person to sit at the helm of that board chair. We all know your passion for UConn sports, but your passion for the institution preempts all of that, and that has been demonstrated over the years, and today is not the least of those demonstrations. So my relation with the University of Connecticut goes back to when I was a young one in the House. And one of my first legislative proposals with Representative Reginald Beeman was to allow 4-year programming here at the Waterbury campus. And I got soundly chastised for that, because we do not legislate curriculum. I learned that. But there are other ways.
We haven't learned that yet.
There are other ways. And I also want to recognize, and she's not with us here today, President Herbst, who, with regard to this expansion, gave her commitment that this would be the destination for allied health amongst the regional campuses. And that is so important. And so today we are really kind of rebranding ourselves. We know who we are as of this day, like marine biology in Avery Point, like IT in Stanford, like business in Hartford. Waterbury is now allied health. We are the destination among regional campuses for that program. And I thank President Herbst for her personal commitment for that and today's rollout. So I want to also recognize the incredible staff here, headed up by Dr. Bizzuto and all of his staff and his army of people who are so dedicated beyond the bounds of just their job accountability every single day, who work to make this campus what it is. And we know that UConn Waterbury is so important, as the mayor identified, to the renaissance that is going on here in the city of Waterbury. Not only are we physically the east gateway into the city, we are a representation of a place where industry leaders go to recruit and to work and support. And I'm grateful to have the industry leaders with us today of our 2 major employers, of Waterbury Hospital and St. Mary's Hospital. Thank you so much for being here. It is so true that allied health is a job sector that is about ready to explode. We talk about cyber and we talk about IT. Allied health is right up there in terms of the critical needs in where the jobs are going lately. And so we will know that our students who start here or transfer here will, at the end of their studies here, be employed. And we want them to stay in the Waterbury area, and we want them to actually stay in Connecticut. Small state that we are, we certainly want to keep all of our talented, best and brightest here. Someone would tell me that that's my cue now. But really, what I want to say is that this is the work of so many people, and thank you to the delegation who works so close together. Thank you to the mayor, who is just a stalwart in getting things done, and to this community alike. So I couldn't be more grateful, I couldn't be more excited about this, and I look forward to rolling this out. And let me just leave you with one last personal story and what this campus means to people. This campus provides a place where they can get a world-class distinguished, our community, world-class distinguished education when they might not have the ability to go to even go down the road to stores, and to learn here and then to graduate. And so I bear witness to Coralise Santana, who is my LA, who 1 year ago graduated Waterbury, UConn, who grew up across the street near the Rectory building, looking over at this campus, telling her mother when she was just a youngster, this is where I want to go to school. And she did. A full ride, complete 4 years, didn't have the opportunity to go to stores, and graduated with as being president of the class. And she's just one example of what this campus means to people. So thank you so much for allowing that to happen.
Thank you, Senator Hartley, for those kind comments. I know we have state and local leaders here. If I can, I'd like to recognize Representative Ron Napoli from the 75th District. Ron, are you here? Yeah, here we go, please. Yeah, would you like to say if you were just, thank you. And also Jerry Reyes, right? Please, you're the 75th District. Thank you so much. Yep. One other comment I wanted to make. I saw Sean Williams here from Washington, D.C. I appreciate you being, Sean was a former rep and a ranking member of the Finance Committee, and I remember when the $1.5 billion came through as a capital improvement program called Next Gen, and I know, Sean, you were a big part of making that possible, so thank you very much. Appreciate you being here today. Next, I'd like to ask, up to the podium, our President and CEO of Waterbury Hospital, Peter Adamo, please.
Thank you, Bill. So for someone that prepared no remarks, what do you think? Joan did a pretty good job, right? All right, it's going to be hard to follow that act. Bill talked to me about a month ago about this event and asked me if I could say a few words, and of course I said yes, but I feel like I have to do more than just say a few things about the Allied Health Sciences program. I've been in town for 1 year and 9 months, and about 1 year and 8 months ago, Bill, who serves on our board, appointed by the mayor, right, said, Pete, in his, inimitable way, I got to show you around the city, right? Not a bad impersonation, right? So he picks me up in front of the hospital, and we drive around, and I get a chance to see things, and the description and the enthusiasm that he was able to exude, and then to top it all off by saying this is where the Starbucks is going to be, and I got a key in my pocket, we're going to go take a look at the Palace Theater. So I had a one-on-one tour, we were the only 2 people in the place, and it's phenomenal, and I think it's made a lasting impression. And in front of all of your colleagues, I'd like to tell everyone, especially those of you who may not be here all the time, what sort of a wonderful man you have in Bill Pizzuto. So if we could just hear it for Bill. 2 minutes. Am I right? I mean, this isn't just something that I just say every now and then. It's absolutely true. The other thing I'll say is that you're taking a chance here, and this is a great group. You can't help but get sucked into the enthusiasm. This is a group you can bet on. They're going to make it successful, and I can also tell you that the hospital is going to help you make it successful. You need anything up front, let us know. You need any teaching along the way. You need a, we call it clinical rotation site. We're happy to provide it. And then most importantly, we're happy to hire some of these people, all right? So whether they be at the bedside or they be on the administrative suite, right? And I guess while we're on a roll, I'll just end with go Huskies. Right?
Thank you so much. Let me just recognize State Representative Joe Paletta. Joe, thank you for taking the time to come down. Please stand. You have to be recognized. Thank you so much. Next up, I asked friend and colleague Dr. Steve Snyder, President and CEO of St. Mary's Hospital. Please come on up, Steve. Thanks.
So like Peter, I didn't prepare remarks either because I didn't know what Peter was going to be saying, and I didn't want to say exactly the same thing. But I will tell you that and it was very interesting, Mr. Chairman, when you were talking about how this city comes together. Waterbury is a very interesting place. I have been here for 30 years working in this community, spent the overwhelming majority of my waking hours in the city of Waterbury for 30 years. I literally got here 30 years ago, almost today. You know, the tightness of the community of Waterbury is such that I'm still a relative newcomer here because a lot of the people that I've gotten to know knew each other, and these are community leaders, et cetera, that literally went to elementary school together, went to high school together, and then migrated back. And some of our best people, even when they migrated away, decided to come back, and this is where they wanted to be. So this is a place where people stay. Our hospital is located right across the street from Sacred Heart High School. Every single day I walk in there, and we have a program where the Sacred Heart High School kids that are interested in healthcare come in with their little blue uniforms and work in various places around the hospital. And a lot of them have real interest in healthcare and healthcare careers. And it's very exciting to have young people and see kind of the next generation or even the third generation from where I'm getting to be. Coming in and having an interest in healthcare and being in the city. I think this program I can't even tell you how important this is to our community. Between the two hospitals, we employ about 4,000 people approximately, and it's very hard to keep up that workforce. And thanks to Dr. Daisy and Naugatuck Valley Community College, we have a lot of the population working in our hospital now, and I am really excited about the synergy that will occur between Naugatuck Valley Community College and this Waterbury program. The kids in Waterbury is not a wealthy city. You might have noticed that. Our kids don't have a lot of money, but they have tremendous heart. And I'm telling you, I see these young students coming in, doing rotations with us, whether it's nursing students from Naugatuck Valley, whether it's the high school students from Sacred Heart. They have tremendous heart and desire. They're smart, and they want to advance their lives and career. Many of them will stay in Waterbury and be dedicated to this community for a whole lifetime of a career. And you are helping enormously to make that happen. So thank you very much. I think it's one of the most exciting things that's happened for our community in really quite a long time. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Snyder. I now ask if I can, Northwest Regional Workforce Investment Board Director, Executive Director, Catherine Awad, if she can come up to say a few words. I appreciate you being, I know Kathy's got a little commitment. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. 40 years ago in September, I started my education in allied health up at the Hillside campus, and today still practice as a registered pharmacist and owe my beginnings of that to the University of Connecticut. I would just tell you that in the third career that I'm now in my life, I sit as the Workforce Board Director, and I'm helped with an able-bodied staff who took the time to prepare these remarks for me today. But as the Workforce Board, we are heavily focused on creating pathways from job training that take a graduate from considering a job to entering into a career. Participants of our programs have attained credentials in patient care technician, medical administrative assistants, CNAs, pharmacy techs, and the like. The majority of these students have expressed a desire to move further on in their educations, hoping that one day to become from a CNA to an RN, from an EMT to a paramedic, from a pharmacy tech to a pharmacist. Having the health sciences undergraduate programs here at UConn Waterbury presents an opportunity for those students that may have otherwise had an opportunity that was impossible. Many of our participants rely on public transportation in order to get not only to and from work, but to and from school. The convenience of being able to take classes right here in our downtown is very exciting. Many of our participants juggle school, work, and raising children, and the fact that they're now able to engage in an undergraduate study here in downtown Waterbury, to steal the mayor's lines, makes their dream a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Sincerely appreciate it. Next, I'd like to ask the Naugatuck Valley Community College President, Dr. Daisy Coco-DeFilippis, to come up for her comments. Thank you.
I think I can still say good morning, muy buenos dias. So wonderful. And to say above all, thank you. Thank you to UConn for creating a new, exciting pathway of opportunity for our students. I also am so very grateful to be here because I am forever the recipient of the kindness of Dr. William Pursuto. Bill is the best. I could go on to tell you a little bit about my first experience, but I won't do that. I want to say thank you to him. But I need to tell you that our programs, this is my one chance to say we're the humble community college. Our program actually produces the students that are employed in both Waterbury and St. Mary's hospitals. I know because when I went as a patient, I got treated very well because they were mine. Whether I had to have an x-ray or whatever, they were my kids and they wanted me to know. The nursing program just last year, 98% pass rate on their licensure exams. This is huge. This is huge. So I want to say that 113 of them graduated, the largest class ever built, okay? UConn is already on the campus. Wednesday night and Saturdays, they have put on permanent loan one of our simulation labs. We have 4, one of them is on permanent loan. Our students use it, their students use it. We are involved in so many ways helping each other, and I can only say how great it is because this opportunity would allow, number one, the college also to begin to consider other certificates and other areas in the medical field. We have 4 very successful programs now. The students that will really do well with this program, in my opinion, are those who come prepared with an associate's degree that they have achieved at an affordable price, and they are proven, and they come here, and then they can be at the hospitals, have the opportunity to advance to management and to advance to leadership positions. Because this year, it has been growing and growing, but the graduating class at 113, there were men in this group, a lot of them, in a significant number in the nursing program, and they were women of color, Latinas and African American. So I think when you consider the patients in the hospitals and the diversity that you need to have also among the leadership, this is a win-win. Bill, thank you so much. And also they're gonna make much more money once they get this degree of business managers. Thank you everybody. Everyone who's speaking here has in some way been connected in doing the kind of generosity that makes MVCC thrive. So, the mayor, you talk about be like this, he's the head of our regional advisory council. Half of this group, including him and all the hospitals sit on that council and they help us figure out. And our senator shows up regularly in a timely manner to actually remind me of what probably I should be looking at. I'm very, very grateful to her for all of the advocacy for manufacturing and for the college in multiple ways. So thank you, everybody. And I have to say something from the one who doesn't miss any meetings, Representative Reyes. Mil gracias. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. DeFilippis. I truly appreciate all the kind words. Next up, I'd like to ask our CEO of the Greater Waterbury Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Lynn Ward, to come up. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah.
Thank you, Bill, and thank you all for the opportunity to be with you today and represent the business community. Our chamber represents the 14 towns in the Greater Waterbury area. We have over 1,000 members, and 25% of our membership are in the healthcare or healthcare-related businesses. So this is of critical importance to us. This was part of our legislative agenda this past year, so I want to thank Senator Hartley and our delegation who worked so closely with our mayor, our Dr. Pizzuto here, and UConn trustees and officials. So thank you very much for that. According to CERC's recent town guide that was done for 2018, the city of Waterbury had 39,706 jobs in all industry sectors. Of those, 11,000, or 1/4 of those, was in healthcare. So we realize the importance of this. We have our 2 hospitals as part of our organization and part of our great city. So we know how important it is for employers here to have educated and quality workers. In addition, CERC reported that of the 109,000 residents, 24% are between the ages of 45 and 64. That means that a significant portion of the population is aging, whether we like it or not, and likely this will place an increased demand on healthcare in our city and the need for these workers. To have our University of Connecticut at Waterbury specialize in allied health is a game changer for our business community, student population, and economic development opportunities in the city of Waterbury. For all of those reasons and more, we thank you. And we look forward to featuring UConn and this program in our next issue of Health Matters. This is our 27th issue. We've been doing this twice a year for over the last 10 years. And this goes out to 30,000 households in the Greater Waterbury area. And we're very excited to commit to featuring this program and UConn in the next issue. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn, for those very kind words. I truly appreciate it. I want to thank all the state, local, municipal leaders that are here today and all the people that took time out of the busy schedule. There's been a request by the media for all the speakers to please stay. I know there's food and refreshments in the back, but they want to take a photo, so if you can. I want to thank everyone here for their passionate and comprehensive remarks about our new allied health program here at Waterbury UConn. Your input proves how involved the committed and community students are, the hospitals, the colleges, the social service agencies, the workforce development agencies, and the city itself. They're all devoted to the need and the future success of this wonderful program, and I can't thank you enough. I wish to thank my assistant, Eileen LeMay, who put this whole thing together for me. It makes us all look great. Eileen, thank you so much. Yeah. And I would be remiss and derelict in my duties if I didn't recognize the tremendous efforts of my staff members, in particular Jamie Caruso, Kelly Bartlett, Mary Jane Smith, along with our outstanding faculty members, Dr. Steve Trumbo, Dr. Sandy Hill, Dr. Paula Philbrick, Dr. Howard Winston, and so many others who've been so supportive throughout this entire process. I apologize if I unintentionally omitted recognizing anyone for helping me or us bring this program to fruition, but know that you have my complete gratitude in that effort. I conclude today by thanking our UConn President, Susan Herbst, her staff, including Chief of Staff Rochelle Rubin, Deputy Chief of Staff Mike Kirk, UConn Vice Provost for Academic Affairs, Dr. John Vollen, for his support throughout this process, along with the Dean of the College of Agriculture, Health, and Natural Resources, Dr. Indrajit Trabi, and his team, including Dr. Sandra Bushmish, Dr. Susan Gregoire, and Dr. Justin Nash. So I thank you all for helping us to celebrate this wonderful program today, and please help yourself to the refreshments in the back. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Oh yeah, students, yeah. The students, I know E is here, Allie's here, other students here. I know they ran back to classes of the summer session. Are they still in the room? I think they ran back to class, I'm sorry, yeah. Allie's over here in the corner, yeah. Allie's our student president. Thank you. Yeah. birthday, Tom. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, yes.